Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. My name is Vicki Flyer Hudson with High Road Global Services, and this is my Compassionate Courage video blog. If you're like me, you might be starting to get discouraged by the coronavirus pandemic. I think we all are. And you might also be experiencing a roller coaster of emotions. One minute you might feel optimistic, thinking, hey, my team is working pretty well remotely and I'm getting work done. And the next minute you might feel really down. You might be worried about loved ones, worried about your job, worried about making a trip to the grocery store. I think this is going to be our lives for a while. And there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, maybe even within the same hour. So I want to share an analogy that might be helpful to you. When I was a teenager, I was fascinated by airplanes. And so I attended flight school for 3 years to learn how to fly single engine prop planes. And I soloed at age 16. And I flew out of Santa Monica, California at the time. And one day I was out flying with my instructor. And the weather was a little rough, and so the air was bumpy. And we were flying over the mountains, and we just kept really bouncing around, and I was gripping the wheel of the plane, also called the yoke. I was gripping the yoke so hard in an attempt to compensate for all these bumps and ups and downs. And the harder I gripped, the harder it was to control the plane, but I feared that the plane would get out of control. And so I gripped even harder, and I would try to compensate. And when the plane would go down, I would adjust the yoke, and I would try to fix it and control it. And at one point, my instructor looked at me and she said, "Let go." I said, "What?" She said, "Let go." So I let go. She said, "Now take one thumb and place that thumb on the left side of the yoke. Just your thumb." And I did. And she said, "Just ride the waves. The bumps aren't going to turn the plane upside down. Just ride the waves." And as I let go, and I felt this gentle hand on the yoke, as opposed to a gripping hand, it got easier. I sat back and was able to just ride the waves of the turbulence. I think as we go through this roller coaster of emotions and we watch others go through it too, we might think about trying this method, even though it won't be easy and we will fail some of the time. So place one thumb on the yoke and ride the waves. This sitting back might give us more detachment from each wave and allow us to just observe without judgment. So take heart. We can ride this out. We can help one another. And the last thing I'll share with you is something that's been helping me. Every day when I wake up, I say my pandemic motto. So my motto for this pandemic is do good work. And that work could be paid, unpaid, doesn't matter. Just do good work. Do something to help others. And that's what's helping me. I hope this has helped you. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.